470. They can tell you all about it. Also want to encourage you to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, and also my truth videos. I have a new skincare, skin health products. I'm calling it skin health because it's really about the health of the skin, not the care of the skin. These new products will be out here probably the next week or two, maybe 2 weeks or something along those lines. We're shooting some video today for the website. They're going to be skin health products, addressing the health of the skin. My whole take on skincare, and I've been doing it for a long time, 32 years since I started formulating skincare products, and I've learned a lot. One of the things I've learned is that the health of the skin is what makes the skin beautiful. For so many years, a century and a half pretty much, since the late 1800s, skin products have been about wax, coating the skin with wax. And then you rub your finger on it, you think you're moisturized. You're not moisturized, you're waxerized, you're slickerized. You've created a slick sensation on your skin, and we somehow have been conditioned or hypnotically entranced to believe that that's moisture. It's not moisture. There's no skincare products that are moisture because moisture is water. In order to address the health, the beauty of the skin or the softness of the skin or the hydration of the skin, you gotta nutriate it. And that's what the Truth Skin Health products are going to be all about. Keep listening to this program. And to the GCN network, we'll be running commercials as well and tell you how you can order some of those products. Anyway, if you're interested in learning about the truth about skincare, you can head over to my Facebook page, The Truth with Ben. We've got videos up there. Lots of videos, lots of little blurbs and tips and ideas about how you can take care of your skin. A lot of you guys are Facebooking, friending me on my personal Facebook page, which is great, but I don't post there, and I'm almost going to be at my 5,000 friend limit and probably won't even be using that. So head over to the Truth with Ben Facebook page and sign up or like or however you do it, and you'll be able to access the videos as well as the tips and all the postings that we do on skincare at the Truth with Ben Facebook page. Also, if you're in the Texas area, in Austin, I'll be doing a talk at Brave New Books, 1904 Guadalupe Street tomorrow night, 7 p.m. That's Austin, Texas, zip code 78705. The next night in Allen, Texas, at the Hilton Garden Inn, 705 Central Expressway South, Allen, Texas. 75013 is the zip code there. All right, got lines open for you. 844-236-6010 is our number. If you've got questions about health, nutrition, or prescription drugs, let us show you how easy it can be to get healthy, to reverse degenerative disease. Wouldn't you rather bolt out of bed in the morning with energy and excitement and a verve for life? Wouldn't you rather spend your money on a good nutritional supplement program or a vacation or something for you than a prescription drug? Wouldn't you rather spend time having fun with life rather than waiting in line at the drugstore or waiting in line in the doctor's office or sitting in the waiting room and having to figure out what the heck's wrong with your body? That's what the medical model is all about. It's about locking us up. It's about taking our money. It's not about making us better. Wouldn't you rather really get better than just maintain your disease state? Wouldn't you rather really be healthy than just be symptom-free? Drugs can mask your symptoms. Drugs can hide your symptoms. Of course, they'll replace them with other problems in the long term. Wouldn't you rather be really, really healthy? Let us show you how to do that. 844-236-6010 is our number on the bright side. All right, yesterday we talked about using something called the open focus technique for activating your alpha brainwave states. Hopefully some of you have tried that. Just focusing on your scene, wherever you are, focusing on using the outside part of your eyes to focus. I'm doing it right now. It has a relaxing effect on the body. It's called the open focus technique. By the way, there's a really cool book called The Open Focus Brain by Les Fehmi, F-E-H-M-I. I got a lot of great ideas from this book. It's all about the open focus technique for activating alpha brainwave states. You can get that off Amazon.com for $1 or $2. It's been out for a while. It's a used book. You can get it as a used book. You can also download music or sounds that exploit something called binaural beats. Binaural beats are a way of channeling information, a way of channeling sound into each ear at a different rate. And by channeling sound into each ear at a different rate, hence the term binaural, you get a different frequency, if you will, into each ear. The brain can process that. If it's done correctly, the brain can process these two sounds and create an alpha state. It can actually resonate to the difference between the frequencies in each ear, and you'll end up in an alpha state. There was a guy named Robert Monroe who wrote a book called Journey. He actually wrote 3 books. One was called Journeys Out of the Body. The second was called Far Journeys, and then he wrote one called Ultimate Journeys. And these are books that are super unbelievable, mind-bending books. Robert Monroe was an advertising executive, I should say. He wrote advertising copy. Super conservative guy. He wasn't, a hippy-dippy, wacky kind of guy. He was a suburbanite. And he started having these crazy dreams. And in these dreams, he was kind of awake in his dream. I guess we would call them a lucid dream today. But he would travel to different dimensions, if you will. And he wrote all about these. And like I say, he was not a radical guy. He wasn't some wild-eyed, hippie, psychedelic, tripping on acid type of guy. He was just a middle-class, middle-aged advertising executive with a crew cut who lived in suburbia. And he started having these wild dreams. He writes all about it in the book. I read the books back in the 1980s. Completely changed my life. And he talks in these dreams about meeting entities, if you will, and traveling to other dimensions. And what he ended up doing was he started to study how to access these states, not just when he was falling asleep, not just in the pseudo dream state, but how to access these states whenever he wanted to. And he developed these kinds of techniques, these sound techniques, which included binaural beats. He was the first guy to come out with these binaural beats, and he called his products HemiSync. You may have heard of this, HemiSynch. You can download HemiSync stuff off the internet. I'm pretty sure you can download them. Certainly you can get CDs. And there's actually a place called the Robert Monroe Institute in Virginia somewhere where he trains people. He teaches people how to access these different dimensions and these different experiences by using binaural beats. There's another book written by one of his disciples, a guy an engineer, super cool engineer. Again, not a wild-eyed hippie guy. The guy's probably in his 60s or 70s now, named Thomas Campbell. And there's a lot of good YouTubes from Thomas Campbell, too. If you just Google YouTube and Thomas Campbell, you can get a lot of good information. And Thomas Campbell was an engineer, and he actually developed some of the equipment that would allow people to access these incredible experiences. And he wrote about it. Thomas Campbell also wrote about it in these books he calls My Big Toe. TOE stands for Theory of Everything. And he wrote a book called My Big Toe, which you can buy in abbreviated versions, or you can buy the whole book, My Big Toe. It's somewhat technical, but there's a lot of cool information there. And you can also YouTube some of Thomas Campbell's talks and lectures so you can get an idea of what he's talking about. These are all ways to access the alpha state. Everything we're talking about here. Binaural beats, HemiSync, open focus, hot showers, natural rhythms, listening to the ocean, moving your body slowly, or watching somebody else move their body slowly. All of these are ways to access the hypnotic alpha state, to kick in, to have the relaxation system kick in. And then we come to the very important relationship between nitric oxide and anxiety. Yes, we are still talking about nitrogen and nitric oxide. Nitric oxide signals emergency to the brain, and it is associated with emergency states. And I'll tell you a little bit about that when we come back from our break. And we'll take your phone calls too. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network.
Did you know by age 50, half of all men have an enlarged prostate? This means more urges to urinate, longer bathroom trips, waking at night to urinate, or issues with sex. If this sounds familiar, call us now, because we're shipping free bottles of Super Beta Prostate to listeners of this station. Super Beta Prostate is a non-prescription formula guaranteed to reduce the symptoms of your enlarged prostate. It's yours free. Pay only shipping and handling. Just call 1-800-281-8583. In clinical trials, the ingredient in Super Beta Prostate was shown to reduce urges to urinate, improve bladder emptying, reduce waking at night to urinate, and improve quality of life. This Super Beta Prostate free offer is for listeners of this station, but it won't last. Don't wait. Just call 1-800-281-8583. That's 1-800-281-8583. Call 1-800-281-8583.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 200-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
You pick up the receiver with your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead. You finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at gcnlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at gcnlive.com.
Yeah?
Did you want to see me, sir?
Well, I did, but now that I do, I'm not so sure.
Sir?
Johnson, I got a mission for you that could change your life.
Oh, good, sir.
It involves traveling halfway around the world without so much as half a clue of where you're going or what you're going to do when you get there.
Situation normal, sir?
Uh-huh. But I'll be leading this mission, Johnson, so I'll be telling you what to do.
You, sir?
That's right, Johnson, and I say first things first.
Oh, good plan, sir.
And what I say is first is food. Always remember that, Johnson. Food is a big deal.
Sir, my brother-in-law can give us a really good deal on some surplus MREs.
Johnson, if you've got half a brain and that empty head of yours, you'll call the freeze-dry guy like I did. That food is better for you, it rehydrates faster, and it's good, Johnson. And it keeps for up to 30 years.
Will we be gone that long, sir?
I hope not. Now get your supplies organized and meet me down to the pier at dawn on Sunday. We sail at sunrise.
Yes, sir.
This adventure is brought to you by the Freeze Dry Guy. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
We are the premier independent talk radio network, the Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
Okay, welcome back to the bright side. Got lines open for you, 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010. Got questions about health or nutrition, prescription drugs. Let us help you change your life today if you're interested in getting off your medications or helping a loved one or friend or family member get off their medications and get on a good nutritional supplement program and really get healthy. Don't you see how crucial this is? Don't you see how critical it is to wean yourself off your medicines? You know, they always talk about side effects from medications, but nobody really talks about the fact that the beneficial effects of drugs are linked to the toxicities, what we call supposed beneficial effects of statin drugs and anti-diabetic drugs and antihypertensive drugs are really the manifestations of poisoning. Yes, there's no getting around this. Pharmaceutical drugs poison the body to get their effects. Who came up with this ludicrous system? If you're on one drug, that's bad enough. But you know how many people are taking 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 different medications? Some of you listening are on multiple medications. This is not good. Don't you see how critical it is to begin to wean yourself off your medications? Wouldn't you rather be on a nutritional supplement program that's really going to make you healthy? That's really not going to disguise your symptoms, but eliminate your symptoms. That's not going to